Alrighty, y'all. So we have skills. We have CRUST's skill animation and her kit and stuff like that. I haven't read it. I did just open it, but I haven't read it. Today is Wifey's birthday, so go ahead in the comments down below and type in "Happy Birthday, Miss Zxous." I want you guys to spam that, right? But let's take a look and see what CRUST is doing. Let's see her like animations and stuff like that, and then we'll see her kit. Her kit is 2 pages, but I doubt it's anything because her burst skill is barely much. But let's take. I haven't read it yet, so let's see. I don't really care about this because we've seen that. Right, we see the shooting pose. CRUST isn't like the type of character that like I like that obviously. So this is not like, oh my god, she's a yeah, nothing like that. Anyways, let's take a look and see. Her hat is all like very big though. I've already seen her burst skill animation actually because it's been leaked. But sure. She's a rocket launcher. Okay. She's a supporter, so don't expect much from her. Burst 1. She's a Burst 2 supporter specifically. You know why that's so annoying? Because Burst 2 supporter means that you're running either CRUST and Brady, you're running either Masked Anchor Brady, or you're running Summer Rosanna and Brady. You cannot run like CRUST and then run any of the other two, which makes sense, but it is what it is. So she's a water type rocket launcher. You know what's crazy? Before we continue, we've gotten a lot of water characters. Let me say, Brady's water, CRUST is water, and most likely Little Mermaid is gonna be. Imagine Little Mermaid is not water. Like that's the dumbest thing ever. But she's a water type rocket launcher, burst 2 supporter. Let's take a look and see what this character CRUST is doing. Is she crusty or is she dusty? Let's see. Which is both technically the same thing. Anyways, activates when attacking with full charge and self in Millard status. Affects all allies. Millard duration increased by 2.5 seconds. Activates when attacking with a full charge and self in launching status. Affects all allies. Launching duration increases by 2.5 seconds. Okay, what are these statuses here? Activates after landing 3 normal attacks without full charge. Affects all allies. Millard attack increased by 10% of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. And removes launching. Okay. And then if you activate 3 full charges, right, for more than 1 second, affects all allies. What the fuck? So it's okay. Basically, if you do 3 normal attacks, without full charge, you get an attack buff for 10 seconds, and then you know, when you attack with the full charge, your duration is gonna keep increasing. And then if you basically land 3 full charge for more than 1 second, you're going to either way you're getting a 10% attack buff, like sure, of the caster's attack, not final attack, just the caster's attack. Okay, great. Her skill 2 activates when landing 3 normal attacks without full charge. Affects all allies not in relatable cooking status. What? Or reliable cooking status. Reliable cooking defense increased by 10% of the caster's defense for 10 seconds. Dispels 1 debuff. Activates after landing 3 full charge attacks for more than 1 second. Affects all allies not in reliable cooking status. Reliable cooking defense increased by 10. Okay. Like what? This character is okay, and then activates when it's the same thing. Activates when entering full burst. Affects all target in Millard and launching status. Attack increased by 20% of the caster's attack for 10 seconds. Activates when entering full burst. Bro, okay. Yeah, save for Little Mermaid, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. The burst skill is a 20-second cooldown. Affects all allies. Attack damage increased by 20% for 10 seconds. Affects all allies when in Millard status. Distributed damage increased for 10 seconds. Or by 60% for 10 seconds. And affects all allies when in launching status. Sustained damage increased by 10% for 10 seconds. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. You're probably better off using Masked Anchor still. Like I know it sounds crazy, but you're probably just better off using Masked Anchor. This is actually the biggest letdown I've ever seen. But like I said, I wasn't expecting anybody to summon for CRUST. Genuinely, I was not. But like, what is she? She's not that crazy. And for them to make a character specifically for Brady, basically, I mean, I want to say she's specifically for Brady. Like, it's not really though. Like, don't worry, this It's all allies. Her burst skill works for anybody with just standard distributed damage, right? It's not mainly for Breddy, but it's like, what are we talking about? This character is just not worth it. Like, it's for a character you can get on wish list, for a character you're probably going to be able to pick up off the anniversary banner. It's not worth it. She's not that crazy. She's just not that crazy. You could probably get better results using Crown as a burst 2 without any of the sustained damage, without any of the freaking distributed damage, and probably perform better with Breddy than you could with CRUST and Breddy, which is just comical because this is her best friend, right? This is her squad mate. This is her best partner. This is who that's supposed to be, right? So I just think that she's literally the crust to the bread. Like, what? How can you have bread without the crust? I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Is that criminal? Let me know. But yeah, I mean, I do think this is a big waste of a character. She's not even doing much. Like, her whole thing is if you either are landing normal attacks or you're not doing full charges, or no, if you're doing full charges or you're landing normal attacks, you're getting a 10% attack buff. And that's it, of the caster's attack, by the way, a supporter. These are level 10 skills. You're getting a 10% attack buff of a supporter's attack stat. Great, right? And then the same thing for the defense. Is like, in what world is this useful? You know what I mean? Like, in what world do I need a 10% defense buff? At level 10, why would I do that to myself? Why would I waste materials on a character like this trying to get her to level 10 before a Pilgrim drops? Just skip this character because there's just no possible way, right? As much as I was excited for, I don't even have Breddy. Like, I'm gonna keep it on. I don't even own Breddy, right? And to be honest, I'll be lucky to have the anniversary character too this time around, right? I'm just saying. Hey, I have not been spending money on Nikke at all. I just have not been, right? And will I this anniversary? We'll see. But hey, I've been pretty good all 2025, just not spending any money, right? So we'll see. But I do think the burst skill is cool. Like, I feel like anybody who has like this attack damage for 20%, I feel like that's great, right? Like, don't get me wrong. If you use her, if you're gonna use CRUST, she is giving you an attack buff. She is giving you even more of an attack buff when you enter a full burst, and then you are getting an attack damage buff. So I feel like CRUST can actually be genuinely useful to an extent. Like, if you don't have Crown and you wanted a good burst 2 supporter that's giving you attack buffs and attack damage buffs and stuff like that, yeah, this character can work. Like, if I have Scarlet Black Shadow, for example, right? Scarlet Black Shadow would be getting a distributed damage buff, which is good for her. She would be getting an attack damage buff, which is good for her. She would be getting another attack buff, which is good for her, and then the other attack buff, which is good for her. The only problem is the percentages are way too low for my likings for being skill level 10s, but like, this character is not only meant for Breddy. That's my whole point. She does technically work for everybody in the game, and then for characters with distributed damage and sustained damage, she is better, like, more, impactful for them. But why is the sustained damage only increased by 10%? And the distributed damage increased by 60%? Like, they could have at least made that 30. The 10% is diabolical, and I know Nikke is gonna, they're gonna repost this skill and probably fix these numbers because something isn't adding up. But I don't know. And I don't care, bro. Like, Little Mermaid is coming, so we're gonna go for Little Mermaid. It's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think. And again, happy birthday to wifey. I'm out. Peace.